You can simplify the entire dropshipping process into 3 easy steps. You need to find products, then you got to put them on your website, and then you advertise. So in this video, I'm not just going to teach you how to find winning products in 2021 and what I actually look for in them. I'm not just going to teach you how to price products, how to split test that pricing, and also how to write product descriptions for any product. And finally, I'm not just going to show you how to test each one of those products on a budget. You know what I'm going to do in this video? I'm going to do it all in one. Now before we get into all that, I already know you're gonna love this video, so if you can do me one favor, all I ask you to do is like this video and just comment down below so that the YouTube gods can take this channel to the next level. We gotta be going up exponential in 2021. So all you have to do is leave a comment down below about this video, about dropshipping, or any questions you may have, and I'll respond back with my best advice. So let's get into how to find winning dropshipping products in 2021. So right here, I have the 5 most important factors to finding a winning dropshipping product in 2021. Now the first one, and this has been echoed for years, it has to solve a problem or create a desire. That is the basic question behind every single winning product. It has to do one or the other. In most cases, it creates a desire. I see a lot of people selling clothing, jewelry, stuff that doesn't necessarily solve problems, but it's so cool looking, it's something that's unique that people just want to buy it as an impulse. Now number 2 is higher perceived items. You want at least a minimum margin of $25 because when you're selling phone cases where the margin's like $10, when you're trying to scale that, it's harder because naturally with Facebook, with Snapchat, whatever you're advertising on, the ROAS does tend to dip over time. The more people you reach, the more your ROAS tends to dip. So if you have a higher margin, you can still have those dips and still be profitable compared to if you have a razor thin margin, then you're gonna go unprofitable. Now the third most important factor that will allow you to find your first winning dropshipping product in 2021 is asking yourself, is this product cool? So whenever I'm doing research for my own jewelry brands, this is the most important question without a doubt in my mind. Is it cool? If I saw an ad for this product right now on my Instagram or Facebook feed, would I stop to look at it? It's as simple as that. I mean, for example, right here, we got this really cool ring and it doesn't have a ton of orders, and I understand everyone wants a product with thousands of orders, but this product is not saturated. It's a tungsten carbide ring and it's super duper cool. If I saw that on my Facebook feed, I would definitely stop. So that's something you need to be asking yourself if your product does not solve a problem. But if it does solve a problem, then it can be a little more lenient. Now, after analyzing thousands of winning dropshipping products, I do believe the major shift from doing product research in 2020 to 2021 is realizing that every winning dropshipping product falls under 2 categories. The first being the product is extremely unique, meaning it's a twist. It's something new on an already proven concept. Like last year, fitness resistance bands, because of the quarantine, did super well. Everyone was selling the crap out of those. And what one of my own students did, and they scaled this product to $2,000 a day, was they sold swimming resistance bands. It was a twist on an already proven product. And a lot of other examples are out there for winning dropshipping products, like the Galaxy projectors. We saw that, oh, these projectors for your room were doing super well. So someone made an even better version, the Galaxy projector, which was super trippy, and a ton of people were buying it. Now the other category is completely different from this. I saw traditional household items, just stuff that people buy all the time that isn't usually advertised online, do super well. Like home decor. Typically, people will go to IKEA. That's the only place where they'll actually find and discover new home decor products. But recently in 2021 especially, home decor ads and products did super well because people got introduced to all these new products that they don't typically see that very often. And this is a major shift from what I said last year. If you cut to that video, I said that if it has more than 200 orders, all right, that's saturated. But I've noticed that recently with these big products that I've seen my own students scale, that I personally scaled, if it has less than 5,000 orders, it still has potential to scale to the moon. But at 20,000, 30,000, that's just too much competition for me. Now, usually I go through this process of doing product research for about an hour or 2. I go through countless, usually about 1,000 products and different listings just to see what actually will catch my eye. And then once I gather all of the different product pages that I really like, the products that really have caught my eye, I'll narrow it down by then. So what I'm going to do here is just go through these pages and then I'll just pile them all together and we'll actually go through them together. If you find a product that you really like from a good supplier, what I would recommend doing is checking out the rest of their store. See what they have, because you can go from finding just one really good product to finding hundreds of good products just by seeing, okay, cool, great product, probably also this supplier has a lot of other cool products. So yeah, let's go to the top selling of this supplier right here, and let's see, do we got anything decent here? So, ooh, okay. So these are some cool bracelets. We got the anchor, we got the plane, got a lock. So some stuff here. Personally, nothing's really catching my eye. It's not really my kind of drip, but I actually do love this method of doing product research. Alright, so let's review all the products that we found so far, and the first one is this chakra bracelet. Let me slow it down for you. This aligns your chakras, your vibes, your energies. It gets them all in one so that you have more prosperousness, so that you have more clarity, more strength, so that you can make the best decisions out there. And this super woo-woo stuff does extremely well. People do believe in it. They'll pay any price for it. I've seen people pay hundreds of dollars for crystals, for God's sake. So, you know, while people do believe in that woo-woo stuff, it's not bad to make a little bit of a profit. And we found some other ones, so I'm just gonna go through these real quick, and I'm gonna see which ones actually catch my eye. Snake isn't really catching it. Glow in the dark, we're gonna have to keep that journey for another time. This super blinged out ring, like that thing looks just dangerous. And then we got this really cool modern tungsten carbide ring. So let's see here, going down the list, I'm going to try to narrow it down to about 3. So the lava stone bracelet, I will admit the airplane's not really getting on me. Tiger beads, not as much. Dude, I need to play the video because this thing, I mean, it is just decked. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but does this sort of look like one of those turtle shells, like the green or red ones from Mario Kart? It just looks like it has spikes coming out. It looks like Bowser. Honestly, this is Bowser in a ring. It just is dangerous. Picture-wise, nothing too crazy. I'm definitely taking that one out. That is not the best. So let's see. We gotta narrow down to 3. I do like the chakra. Spinning ring is a maybe. This one definitely. So it's really between these 3 right here. It was tough, guys, but we've narrowed it down to 3. I decided to go with the lava stone bracelet, pretty much the same thing. It's in the woo-woo healing type of category. And then we also got the super woo-woo bracelet and then the personalized ring. So we're gonna now go into the next step, which is pricing your products and putting them on your website. Hello, my old friend. It's time to revive you. It's time to take you from the ashes. You were kicked down. People copied you. People mocked you. But it's time to restore you to your ultimate glory. Everyone, if you're familiar, if you're an OG from this channel, you will know about the legend, the myth of Pamont.org. 1 month without an order. Something you never like to see. The store has been MIA for what seems like eternities. But it's time to revive this beast. And we're going to be adding these products right now, and I'm going to show you exactly how I like to price these things. Alright, so now that we're on to Oberlo, there's a few things that I do like to change through this section. And the first thing being the actual product name. So we'll go into how to actually do that. But first, I want to select the best possible pictures of each one of these products. So when we go to images here, you want to make sure you select all the good images, deselect the bad ones because you don't want those on your website. So this one right here, we're not going to do that. Customize info, that's good with me. We got a size table, definitely need that. This cool dude right here, and anything else that we're seeing. I like this photo, but everything else doesn't, I honestly really don't need it. So this is my formula for coming up with awesome product names for literally any product that you'll ever sell. So first, once you identify the product you want to sell, so in this instance, a posture corrector, I always try to get inspiration because I don't want to come up with something on my own. I'm not that creative. I don't rarely have original ideas, and nearly everything you're ever going to sell as a dropshipper, somebody else is already selling and has done the work for you. So I would look it up on Google, go to shopping, and we see, oh, Perfect Posture. That's a great name right there. We look it up on Facebook. We see Pro Posture. Let's flip that around. I would do Posture Pro. That's a great name as well. And really the formula I see a lot of people do is alliteration. So Perfect Posture, Pro Posture, Best Buy, anything where they have 2 words or more and it starts with the same letter, that's alliteration, in case you didn't know. So welcome to high school English. But after that, I see compound words doing super well, which is Pro Posture. And if you have trouble coming up with product names, I would recommend going to a business name generator, looking up the main keyword, so in this case posture, and just looking at all the different ideas. And you're gonna see some good ones here. So like Ace Posture. Okay, so Aura Posture, Alpha Posture. That actually sounds pretty branded. So you don't have to do a whole lot of work to come up with a nice branded sounding name. Now the other type of name you can do is going more generic with it. And by generic, I mean literally just saying exactly what the item is. Like this is a tiger eye necklace. This is a white V-neck shirt. That doesn't really matter. People don't buy clothing or jewelry online because it has a cool, fancy, Fugazi type of name. But if you're selling a problem-solving product, like for instance a massage gun or that posture corrector, I do prefer to have those names to be branded. Or this ab stimulator. You don't want to just say ab stimulator. You want to do the Power Tone Pro. It sounds more just authoritative. It sounds more legit. So when you're trying to make that decision of whether or not this problem-solving product is for you, sometimes the name does play an important part in just credibility. Alrighty, so let's come up with the product name for this right here. Now, again, like I said, for non-problem solving products, we don't have to be that fancy. I would literally just do something like this, like designer initial signet ring. Really simple. I literally just looked up initial. I saw designer as one of the cool keywords. I like the word designer. It makes it sound more, perceived value. So I can see people paying more just because it has that word. And it does look pretty fancy. I do think people are not going to be like turned off by that. Now let's actually get into pricing. Now, like I said, I do recommend products with at least a $25 margin. So you already know if this is costing me $3 plus this shipping, that's about $7.50-ish, I'm going to be charging at least $32. But I think I'm just going to go with $39.99 for this item right here. And we're going to apply, and then boom, it should change all of them that are selected. Awesome. So we're going to go $39.99, and we got our first product page done. The designer initial signet ring. We got all the photos that we want selected. I'm ready to import this bad boy to my store. And when you are coming up with the price for your item, always look it up and see all the different prices. And what I like to do is I'll look through a bunch of these listings and I'll try to figure out what's the average. I don't want to be on the low end, but I don't want to be the most expensive as well. So always look up your product, see what's a reasonable price, and try to be around the average. So right here, I'm seeing $19. I don't really trust Etsy or eBay because those are always cheap. That's not a real brand. I'm seeing 16. I'm seeing 64, 19. So I would say about 25 to 29 is about the average. So that's what I would actually sell it at. All right, so now let's get into product descriptions for this initial signet ring. Now, personally, I do have a sort of theme that I like to follow on all of my jewelry stores, where I do like to write basically like 2 to 3 sentences about the actual design. So I like to make it personalized, make it a little bit, I would say just more personality to it, because if you just write the same generic thing, it can get a little bit stale. So with this King of the Jungle ring, this is a super cool lion ring. It's totally badass. So what I did is, bow down to the true King of the Jungle. This has nothing to do with the ring. It just has to do with lions in general. We do the vigorous King of the Jungle ring, will captivate everyone's eyes. I do tend to use very similar adjectives for a lot of the different rings and designs, like captivate everyone's eyes, elegant yet powerful design. These are filler types of statements you can really say about almost every design. So first we just got to delete all of this garbage that we really don't need. Color silver, size not really that necessary here. Material metal, we want to keep that. Ring type, cock, tail, fancy. So again, we're just going to try to get some inspiration for our product descriptions from a lot of our competitors. That's always what you want to do when you're writing copy. Try to get inspiration because somebody else is already doing the work for you. So all you have to do is just see if you can come up with some good lines here. Now, let's see. Slim signet ring. Meet your new everyday signet, personalized by hand with your favorite initial. I do like that line. I really like that line. We're definitely going to move that one over. Personalized by hand with your favorite initials. Alright, so I am sort of winging it right here, but this is what I come up with so far after like a minute of doing this. A sentimental piece personalized by hand with your favorite initial. This ring commands respect with its fine details. Its fine details and design. A powerful ring for a powerful man. Alrighty, so let's get the size chart in here, and we are just going to polish up this description. And I just literally found this off of Google Images. You can look up ring size chart and boom, there you go. Alright, that looks so much better. Ring size, letter ABCD, and it changes on me. My custom coded guy has got this down pat. I love him. He is a great designer. Got the carrying guide, so carrying and size guide. Ugh, so beautiful. And if you guys want this theme, I know I paid a couple hundred, bucks for it, but if you really want it, all you have to do, like this video, comment down below saying, hey, I want this theme, and then literally just DM me on Instagram and I'll give it to you for, let's say, 25 bucks. But if you don't like and comment, it's 100. But if you do like, comment, 25 bucks, you can have it. I paid hundreds of bucks. We had to do weeks of designing to do all these cool little HTML stuff. But if you want it, you can have it for 25 bucks. If you are dropshipping a problem-solving product and you're dealing with high add to carts but low sales, it's because your product page sucks. So I'm going to teach you exactly how to write winning product descriptions for problem-solving products. So the first thing you want to do is have a headline, which is the major benefit of your product. So while we're doing this, I'm just going to show you my clients that I helped write his product description, and it's for this product that basically helps you solve migraines. So the major benefit is, hey, say goodbye to migraines. Your migraines will go away in only 15 minutes. That's the major benefit. Then we get into the rest, which is the problem. When you're selling a problem-solving product, you have to identify the problem that actually solves first, then agitate it. Make it seem like a much bigger deal than it is, because if someone has a problem and they don't think it's a big deal, then why the hell are they going to give you money in the first place to solve it? Because at the end of the day, people buy products to solve problems, not just to have the product. They don't care about your product. They just care about solving a problem. Now, after that, we're going to get into agitation. So what happens when you have the problem that you're having right now? When we look here, every 3 out of 7 people in this world either have migraines or some sort of sleeping disorder. So that's the problem. And as a result of having that problem, your personal and professional life will be damaged. You'll have all this stress, this restlessness in your life because you're not solving this problem. After that, you want to solve the problem by talking about your product, obviously, then listing off the benefits in a bullet point type of format. So right here, what do? Talk about, hey, the Smart Sleeper, which is the name of the product. It does massages your head to solve migraines, and we got the benefits. It has proven health benefits by neurologists. It relieves headaches and migraines, treats insomnia, does all these different things, power nap and relaxation. Then we go into how to use it, which is in really the specification section, how to use, or what's in the box. You can do that. That's a thing that I see a bunch of different companies doing. And you can see right here, he does what's in the box, product packaging, pretty much the same exact thing. Then we leave it off with an FAQ because people will have questions. So if you're noticing online people are asking the same questions, just answer them for them, because I can guarantee that's a big reason why people are not converting on your website. They have questions and they have no one to talk to. Then finally at the bottom we have a call to action like, hey, solve your migraines, get rid of those headaches forever. So click add to cart to get rid of your migraines. And let's actually see what he did right here at the bottom. So he did get the painless sleep you deserve with the Smart Sleeper. Click add to cart to get yours. Awesome. Then he goes into shipping times and then having his order guarantee badges. Perfect. That's exactly what you want to do to have a high converting product page. As I said earlier in this video, there's really only 3 steps to the dropshipping process, and we've just covered the first 2, finding that product and adding it to your website. But the final thing we want to do is obviously have upsells so that we make more money from every single customer. So let's get into that right now. All right, so if you're right now running traffic to your e-commerce store, I'm going to show you a quick way to make more money from every single customer. So there's this really cool upsell app called Candy Rack on Shopify that lets you do all these amazing pre-purchase upsells that I highly recommend. So for this product right here, the designer initial signet ring, I always recommend upselling this same exact product, because after all, the person that clicked onto your website is clicking onto the website because they're interested in the product you advertise. So why not just sell more of what they actually want? All we have to do is search our product and it's right there. In the description, I'm doing add another ring to your order and save 20% off. And really, you can change it to whatever you're selling. Add another posture corrector to your order and save 20% off. Literally just change ring to whatever you're selling and you're good to go. Then I would apply discount, do 20% off or whatever you're comfortable with the discount being, and then boom, save, and you're good to go for the product upsell. Now when we scroll down to other upsells, I highly recommend doing an extended warranty by X months for every single store. I don't care what you're selling, you need a warranty all the freaking time. So what you're going to do is just select an icon like this little trust badge, extended warranty by 3 months or 6 months or whatever you're comfortable doing for your product. Stay worry-free almost forever, and then you get to charge whatever you feel like is a good price. Now I recommend about 10% of the price of the item that you're typically selling. So if most products on your website are 50 bucks, I recommend charging $5 for warranties. Then finally, I recommend doing first in line shipping because people like to be special. They want to be the first one serviced. We absolutely love that feeling of exclusivity. So first in line, you're just going to do something simple like the little crown, your royalty, and then instead of a 3-day processing time, enjoy the same day. So that's awesome. I don't change that at all. I recommend doing that at $3, $2.99, whatever you want to play around with. But you'll be so surprised. Usually around 20 to 30% of people will take that, even though all you have to do is just ship how you normally do. And now when we add to cart, let's see what it does. Add to cart, first in line shipping, add another ring to your order, extended warranty by 12 months. That's exactly what you want to do for your pre-purchase upsells. And I know there are other apps out there like Zipify, but when you're a beginner, and when I started, I really couldn't afford that because I needed to put most of my budget to the next step, which is advertising. But before we can test a product, we need to make the ads. Now, if you're selling a non-problem solving item like jewelry, like clothing, you can just use picture ads. That's all you need to do, single image, carousel, that's fine. But if you're doing a problem solving item, I highly recommend this one service. Now, when I started dropshipping back in 2017 and I wanted a good video ad for my products, I would always have to go into Fiverr and pray to the gods that I got back a good video ad because the quality control in Fiverr sucks. But luckily now in 2021, and if you're getting into it, you're so lucky because I wish this existed. There are actual video agencies like Viral Ecom Ads that basically find the best talent from Fiverr, from Upwork, all of these different job sites, and they train them exactly on how to make viral, proven to convert ads. And these people have helped my students and I make over $3 million in sales just last year. I'll put up some of the screenshots. These guys have saved my bacon. I literally cannot run my dropshipping stores without them. I'm that dependent. My students depend on them because they make some of the best ads out there on the market without a shadow of a doubt. And they have very, very competitive prices. But if you're on a budget and maybe $40 is too much for you, you can actually use my discount code Dobbins20 to save 20% off your first order with them. Try them out. I can guarantee that you're gonna love the ad. It's gonna make money for you. These ads are proven to convert, and these are some of the best talents out there. And they don't just have video ad services. They can even do 2D animation, 3D animation, all these amazing things. So whatever you need for your product, you can get with Viral Ecom Ads. So again, click the link down below in the description. Use my discount code Dobbins20 to get 20% off your order. You are not going to regret it. These are the best people when it comes to making video ads for your dropshipping products. Now, if you're selling clothing, jewelry, or non-problem solving items, you want to open up your Adobe Photoshop. And once you have that open, it's $9.99 a month, so I don't want to hear any excuses that it's expensive, you cheapskate. So you're going to open it, and we're going to do some editing to the contrast to make our images pop a little bit more when we're advertising on Instagram and Facebook. So we're going to open levels on this side, and we're just going to play around a little bit. I want to see what works the best, and I think, yeah, we should make this image a little bit brighter. It was a little dark, but yeah, that way more eye-catching. I like that. And then we're going to do the vibrance, which makes the colors pop more. We'll save that later. Going on to this, let's just edit the levels. Let's see, what makes this stand out? Ooh, I would say, yeah, about a 0.69, pretty nice. Then we get to vibrance, and you can see the wood really pops out. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm not going to cover how to write ad copies or how I pick my Facebook interests, but if you do want a video dedicated on how to do both of those things, just comment down below and I'll make sure to make that video. I just need to know if there's interest for actually picking interest and writing effective ad copies. But right now, we're going to get into testing the initial ring, and this is the exact process I'm going to do for the other two products, but I just want to show you it once so you know exactly how I do it. So for the campaign name, we're just going to do initial ring and then BEP28, which stands for break even point. So if I spend $28 to get a purchase, that means I make exactly no money. So anything under $28 per purchase means I'm making a profit. Now let's get into ad set and the actual targeting for this bad boy. So we're definitely going to do ring. That's going to be one of the interests because we want to be straight up. Like the first keyword that comes into your head when you think of your product should be something you're targeting. So for posture corrector, posture. That should be one of the first things. For a sleep product, sleep. Just keep it really simple. That does tend to work. Don't overthink it. Don't be a William Shakespeare type of man or woman. It doesn't work like that. So you want to just keep it very simple. Okay, so we're gonna do $5 for the daily budget. That's in US. For locations, this is exactly what I like to do. I've taught this before, but it keeps working, and if it isn't broken, then you don't have to fix it. We're gonna do excluding Asia, South America, Africa. Gonna do then Mexico, because it's hard to ship there. Puerto Rico is another place hard to ship. Puerto Rico, Jamaica, and that's pretty much it. That's the only ones that I would really exclude. Age and gender, 99% of the time, you're gonna leave that blank. 18 to 65 is fine. All genders is fine for 99% of products. For problem-solving products, keep it there. For most non-problem solvers, keep it there. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. I've been doing dropshipping for 3 years now. And when you've been doing it for 3 years, you tend to notice the patterns, the trends, who's most likely to be interested in your item. So I know, based off my data, people that are 18 to 35 that are men are gonna be interested in men's jewelry and accessories. So I'm just gonna do that right now. So 1835, that doesn't mean you have to do this for your product. I'm not saying like, oh, you're always doing that for every product. But if you have data based on your item that you know your product is for a specific age, for a specific gender, then do that. So if you're selling makeup stuff, probably gonna be towards women. I know there's some James Charleses out there, but it's primarily a woman's thing. Now getting into detailed targeting, we're just gonna do ring like that, and we'll do jewelry. I always turn off detailed targeting expansion, never leave that on, not necessary. This audience size is already big enough. You wanna be making sure, turn off stories, and then when we get into feeds, have the Instagram feed, have the Facebook news feed. That's all you're gonna need. And Instagram Explorer, don't need that. So my best image is definitely the N letter of the different rings. I mean, it's so sharp, so clean. I mean, look at that preview image. That is gonna catch your eye 1,000,000% of the time if you're in my target audience. That is such a clean and crisp image, which is why I love selling jewelry, because a lot of times the images are just so beautiful and you don't have to do any work outside of that. So we're gonna copy and paste our link. I did write a quick ad copy, a ring that commands respect. Sometimes I do test different ad copies, but for this, I'm just gonna stick with one and then really just split test the different images, because with non-problem solvers, the images are everything. So that's the thing that you really wanna be focusing on. So I'm gonna make a few changes to that initial ad copy because I am a bit of a stickler. So we're gonna do a get yours here, then a link to the product page. And I think a ring that commands respect, this initial piece is a powerful ring made for a powerful man. I would shorten it down. The shorter, the sweeter, the better. Just like that. Perfect. And now we are good to go. So actually, one last thing. Sorry. Got a little bit too excited there. We're gonna do shop now. Let's scroll to the bottom. Make sure that we got our P's and Q's. Perfect. We are done. We are gonna name this single image 1, ad copy 1. That's how I like to personally name them. And boom, we got our first ad done. Now the most important part of testing your products with Facebook ads is doing split tests. So you should never have just one audience you're testing or one ad, for instance, because let's say I'm advertising this initial ring. It could be a winning product, but if I only test one ad and that ad is a dud, it's a flop, then that product's never gonna get sales. So you're gonna blame the product when really you should be blaming your lack of split testing. So the first split test I'm gonna do is testing this single image by itself. But I also wanna test a different single image, a different ad, because maybe that'll just work. It'll resonate better with my target audience. You don't know until you test. So that's a very essential part. And then finally, I'm also gonna do a carousel of all the different designs to see if that works the best. And typically with clothing or jewelry, carousels are the bomb. And when we look at that preview, oh my goodness, does that look sexy. So beautiful, crispy, clean images. And then at the end, we got this stunning man, gorgeous. And I don't like to have the add a card at the end with your profile picture. I think that looks a little cheesy. I don't think that's necessary whatsoever. But for this, boom, we got our carousel. So let's name this carousel 1, add copy 1, delete the copy. And then this right here was single image 2, add copy 1. And that's all the ads I'm going to create for this. Now let's get into split testing some more audiences. Alright guys, so I went to my audience insights tab and I basically just copied over some of the interests that I saw onto my campaign. So we got ring, we got Rob Dyrdek, which is a personality that people that like rings do like, Madden NFL, Champion Sportswear, and also NRA. That was a little bit of a surprise. I have seen that do somewhat well in some of my tests. Sometimes it does well, sometimes it doesn't. But let's do the final two interests. All right, so ring, let's just do suggestions right here. We got pendant, we got fashion accessories. What have I seen do well from my own testing? I've seen silver do well, a bathing ape, sportswear, fashion. Sportswear does really, really well. I don't know why, but it tends to do well. Those are just, more fashionable people. And when you do duplicate your audiences, Facebook automatically turns on detailed targeting. So make sure to always turn that off, because they're trying to get you. They're trying to force that mode down your throat, so you gotta tell Facebook to F off. So we're gonna close that, and then we're gonna go to ring copy. Let me just go to my audience insights one last time. Is there anything here I'm noticing? Dick's Sporting Goods, Under Armour. Oof, that's tough. Those are tough. I'm gonna go Netflix. I know it has nothing to do with those, but I like to do TV shows, TV programs. That is something I do like to test. So we're gonna do Netflix, and bada bing, bada boom. We have our interest done. That's 7 ad sets, $5 a day, 3 ads. That's exactly how I test all my products with only $35 a day. That might be the end of this long ass tutorial on how I made over $700,000 with dropshipping at 19 years old. So obviously guys, this process, it does take time. I've had so much experience, so I might make it look super duper easy, but for you, these steps are gonna take longer, and it is gonna be a process. So just know that you might not see success for a few months. That's just the reality. Whenever you're learning something new and you don't have a lot of experience, and especially when you don't have a mentor or a guide teaching you and you're trying to do it on your own, it's gonna take a lot of time. But if you're actually interested in having a mentor like myself, who's had years of experience doing this process over and over and over again, to the point where I can teach you step by step, click by click, exactly what you need to do to start from $0 to get to $1,000 a day, like so many of my students, all you have to do is DM me on Instagram the word ecom, and I'll get back to you with my details on my coaching program, which is one-to-one. You get 3 calls every single week with me to get feedback on your website, your Facebook ads, on the actual products you find. I'll help you with all of that so that you have the best chances of being successful. So if you're interested in getting coaching, I would love to be the person for you. But if you guys enjoyed that video, feel free to slap the like button. I can only imagine how much editing I'm gonna have to be doing for this video. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure getting to entertain and educate you at the same time. But remember one thing, ladies and gents, stay humble, and always, always do numbers.